How you doing, guys? Big question of the week. Sunday morning, what was Anthony Morris III doing all the way in Jersey at Liquor King buying about $800 worth of booze, $800 to $900 worth? There are liquor stores in Warwick, New York. There are liquor stores within the vicinity. But Sunday morning at 11, he shows up miles away in New Jersey, scoping a liquor store out in his little pork pie hat and his little trench coat, dressed like a flasher, to buy all this booze, claimed it was all for his wife. Well, obvious. Tony the Turd was incognito. He didn't expect to be recognized, let alone recorded. But what was he up to? And you have to wonder, with that much money, were these the dedicated funds for the worldwide work that he picked all this booze up in? And what would he need with that much booze? There's nothing wrong with going to the liquor store and picking up some booze, but most people go around the house. No, he went miles out of state to pick up $800 or $900 worth of booze. What did they need? What kind of party were they having at Bethel that day? And I'm wondering, while he was out picking up the booze, was Garrett Loesch on the telephone calling the Tinder hose? I don't know, but Daros Chugnut has the audacity to call me a drunk. But speaking of the Chugnut, we've all this week, we've all this week heard his logic. Anybody who is not at a Kingdom Hall is either hanging out in a barroom, in line at the abortion clinic, or at a strip club. See, that's all apostates think about. That's all they've got to do. See, none of us have to work. None of us have lives. We all hang out at bars. We're in lines at the abortion clinic. And we're all at the strip clubs after. To be honest with you, I can count on one hand how many times I've been inside of a bar in the last decade. And most of those times were with other Jehovah's Witnesses. And one of those occasions, there were 2 Bethels along with us. I assure you, I have never in my entire life stood in line at an abortion clinic. To be honest with you, I couldn't even tell you where the local abortion clinic is. And I don't believe I've associated with anybody else who's ever been to an abortion clinic. Like nobody within the Kingdom Hall has ever been to an abortion clinic. See, that's all apostates do. Excuse me 1 second, guys. But that's all apostates do, is hang around in abortion clinics. As far as STDs, no, in my entire life, I have never had an STD. But according to Daros, all apostates have STDs. As far as being in a strip club, every male on the face of this planet at one time or another has been to a strip club. But after the first few times and it wears off and you realize it's a look, don't touch type of deal, what's the point? No point at all. Although I will tell you, the last couple of times I have been to a strip club, I was actually out in service because I had 2 return visits within them. Was asked about that at the hall, why I was in a strip club. Well, that's where all the sinners are. Aren't we looking for sinners? Apparently not. But that was the last few times I've been to a strip club. Apparently, Daros, the pig hunter, who wants to fault everybody who's not at the Kingdom Hall, may or may not realize that his pig hunting videos were uploaded on YouTube. Is he trying to send us a message? Personally, yeah, Texas has a problem with pigs. Major problem. But looking at that video, it looked like this guy was getting his rocks off shooting these pigs. Granted, it's got to be done. They got to be hunted down. Any one of these guys could kill 100 pigs a day, and they still have a raging problem. But being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, should he really be handling a gun? And should he be even shooting these pigs? Aren't there other people that could do it? But no, we all saw how ruthless this guy is. And we've all seen the video. Of course, we've all listened to him and his logic. Was there any logic to anything he said? There is no logic to anything he says. Daros is a complete chug nut. And I expect that in the next few days, he's probably going to be uploading a rebuttal, a defense of Tony the Turd in that liquor store. We're going to hear that it was a complete forgery, that the apostates got together and they found an Anthony Morris III look-alike to go into that liquor store and buy that much booze. Well, how else would it have been recorded? The apostates are at fault because Tony the Turd, no, he was giving a talk at that time. No, he was not. He was buying some booze. For his wife, I'm sure she partook, but no, his wife is not going to down 9 or 10 bottles of booze. Anyways, guys, we all know what goes on at Bethel, but that's all I wanted to get across. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I will talk to you soon. You guys have a good day.